Jason here with My Office Help, bringing you another one of our Top Tip Tuesday videos. One of the most frequent comments I hear from clients is that they've had in-house office staff, but it was either a challenge to find good help or that it was just too expensive to keep them around all year. And we find that's often why service industry companies will turn to virtual office companies like ours. With so many options available though, choosing what will work best for you and your company can lead to a lot of expensive trial and error. So today I'm going to throw back the curtain and offer our tips for choosing the right virtual office company to suit your business. Tip number 1, not all virtual offices are created equal. Many business owners don't realize that there are different levels of virtual office support. Almost all companies fall into one of these three categories. The first one is answering services. These most basic companies will answer your phones with a live assistant, transfer the calls to you, they text or email you a record of the call. These are often used for after-hours service. Most associates with these answering services answer for as many as 20 to 30 companies at one time, and so they're encouraged to keep the calls as short as possible. The second type is virtual receptionists. These companies offer a service at a little bit higher level. They can do some scheduling and dispatch and make outbound lead calls. Some services vary from company to company, but as with answering services, receptionists can have 20 to 30 companies on their books at any given time. And call times are held to strict time standards unless they're a pay-per-minute service. The third is virtual offices, by far the most comprehensive of the group. True virtual offices can perform almost all the same in-person services you'd expect from in-house office staff. They can do estimate follow-ups, scheduling, dispatching, paper mailing, tech call-ins, answering questions, sales services, and just so much more. Services offered can vary widely when it comes to virtual offices. So it's essential to be clear at the onboarding call what services are included in your package. Because of the extra work involved, most virtual office companies limit their CSRs to 4 to 6 companies each. Tip number 2, so what's the cost? There are 3 common pricing structures for virtual services. There's per minute. These services bill by the minute at a present rate. Answering services usually follow this model, and some virtual receptionists. The big downside here is that there's a real push to keep calls as short as possible to keep those bills down, and that limits customer service and all but eliminating any sales opportunities. The next is per call. Billing by the call, these services are usually a package of calls per month, with any overage being billed per minute. Most virtual receptionists follow this method. This does increase customer service standards by allowing longer calls for no additional cost. But less reputable companies will push their teams to keep calls as short as possible to maximize revenue. And finally, there's flat rate. A limited number of virtual offices set a flat rate weekly or monthly price based on your past call volume. In this model, no matter how many calls you get, your rate remains the same. Most virtual offices on a flat rate pricing model encourage CSRs to take time to develop relationships with customers and clients, using this as a unique sales point. Tip number 3 is accountability. While even virtual offices are much cheaper than in-house staff, it's still an expense, so it's important to know that accountability is in place. These staff represent your business, and a lousy office company can be devastating to your reputation. Do you have ready access to your call recordings? Can you speak directly with your dedicated CSR? Do you have a dedicated CSR, or is it just a pool of people with no primary? Can they provide task logs to show their progress on estimates, sales, and lead bookings? If your prospective company cannot answer these simple questions, you should move on. There you have it, our top tips for choosing a virtual office company. There are many more top tips we'll cover in future videos. Be sure to like and share this video with your friends and colleagues, and check out our complete library of top tips on our YouTube page. For all your full-service virtual office needs, give our friendly team a call today at 618-681-4030. That's 618-681-4030. Or you can book your free Discovery Consultation online at myofficehelp.com. I'll be back next time with more top tips, but in the meantime, remember, do what you do best and let us do the rest.